I guess on that topic, Chris, let's go right into the starting lineup of the Wolves. This year, I feel like it's a little bit easier than it's been in years past. Last year, we were doing a lot of speculating. I think we talked about it for about a half hour last year, what the starting lineup was going to look like. This year, I feel like it's pretty set in stone. D'Lo, Ant, Jaden, Cat, Gobert. I think that's pretty set. The only place I could see it kind of fluctuating is maybe Jaden if he doesn't come out and perform the way that it needs to be. Maybe you could see a guy like Kyle Anderson fitting in the three. Maybe a guy like Torian Prince. So I think that's kind of the only spot where it could fluctuate.
Yeah, barring no injuries, Finch really doesn't change the lineup, does he? Like I
No.
think he was pretty set in stone with the Vando lineup.
And you got to
Last year's
remember, Bev started a lot of games last year, didn't he?
he started most games.
Yeah, so
It was only like the first 3 games that he came off the bench, and then they realized they should probably just start him at the one and D'Lo at the two because I think we had um we not play Jaden? Was that what it was? Didn't we play someone else? We played like Ant at the two, D'Lo at the one. Um,
Vando.
yeah, maybe Jaden did play. Was
Eh,
Jaden a star? I don't. I feel like Jaden wasn't a starter the entire year last year.
no, I thought last year it was Pat Bev, D'Lo, Ant, Vando, Cat.
Yeah, that's what the yeah. So the first few games though, I think it was D'Lo, Ant, Jaden, Vando, Cat,
Yes,
and
and
they
then
switched it up to put
okay,
Pat Bev.
all right, enough of that. So, is this starting lineup, Chris? Is this top 5 starting lineup in the NBA?
Ooh, that's tough. I would say yes. I would say yes. If you have 25 guys in your starting lineup,
Boom. That's the argument right there. I don't think you can even like question that argument. I mean, if you have 3 of the top 25 players in your starting lineup, and when they have a pairing like Cat and Gobert, I think it's just you can't. The way that this lineup's gonna work is incredible, man. We've talked about it a few times. Just like the amount of options Chris Finch is gonna have. I mean, Jaden McDaniels, he's the 5th best player on that team, but he probably is gonna guard the best player. He's the best defender.
yeah. It's getting me so excited. I just wish the season would come, man.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like Jaden McDaniels, he's gonna have a great year. I mean, we'll have a whole Jaden section next week to talk about him. But D'Lo, he's got a lot to prove. 94th best player in the NBA, I guess. I think this could
He's
be
trying to
his
get paid too.
yes career. It's a contract year. I think this could be the year where he breaks out for sure again. Another breakout year. So looking at this lineup, who's the 6th man now?
I think possibly. Are we talking about 6 man and like the defined role as a 6 man, or are we just talking about the first guy that's going to come off the bench every game?
I mean, that's the 6th man, right? I mean,
I think Kyle Anderson will be the first guy to come off the bench to sub Jaden out,
Jaden. Okay.
but I think Noel will have more minutes per game than.
Really? So you really think Noel's gonna make that jump?
Yeah, Finch has talked about this entire offseason, like all these interviews. It's always been all about Noel. I think he's gonna have a massive role in the coming season. So I could see him having the most minutes, but I do think Jaden will probably get subbed out first for Kyle Anderson.
A cool thing I was listening to John Krasinski talk about is he was saying that when Cat or only Gobert's on the court, he said the pairing you usually will see is going to be D'Lo and Gobert, and then Ant and Cat.
I like that.
I like that a lot too. I think those two players, those guys really complement each other. I mean, the Ant and Cat pick and roll is one of the most lethal. It's just impossible to guard, and I think Ant never really figured it out last year how to truly run it to perfection. But I think once he figures that out, man, it's just impossible to guard that.
Yeah, I think it's with those two. I think it's the passing element. Like they're so athletic and so good at shooting, they can make it work. But it's just, I think hopefully Ant improved the vision over the offseason. I think that's the thing he needed the most work on, and hopefully Cat improved his passing accuracy.
Yeah, they talked about that in the on the Zach Lowe. He was talking about the Cat over the shoulder, no look, huck.
Yeah, we saw that far too many times. I didn't need to see it that much.
Too
So
many times to be the number 13th best player in the NBA, man. That's what I'm saying. It's just I'm
so
surprised. I'm surprised about that ranking, but I don't hate it. I guess is kind of how I'm.
so first preseason game. Is that the lineup we're gonna roll out, or is Rudy gonna be getting rest in the preseason here? I'm interested to see
Well, you
Finch's
also
take on it and your take on it.
Finch's take and my take.
Yeah, like
I
would
mean,
you have to rest Rudy? I mean, this was just a grueling. This was pretty much a another league, and it's like he's playing two leagues inside of 1 year.
that's also so is just to clarify, is the EuroBasket is that every single season? Is that every summer or is it every couple years?
I think it's every couple of years that they do the Euro Cup, just kind of like the World Cup
And
for soccer and basketball, and like the Olympics. I think it's every few years. So this isn't an every summer type thing. But I mean, your body's got to be drained after this.
right, yeah. So I mean, I would hope you'd give him a lot of rest. I'm thankful to God that he did not get hurt during that whole thing. I mean, that would be the most Timberwolves thing ever, is for Gobert to get hurt. But yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, you got to rest him. How long till the first preseason?
Well, I'm pretty sure training camp starts next week, and I believe it's I think 2 weeks. I think is the first preseason game, if I'm not mistaken. 2.5 weeks, maybe. So
Yeah, maybe give him some rest, but then that puts us at a disadvantage because they're not going to get the playing reps together. I don't know. I'd say fuck it, and just put him in.
you gotta let them. Yeah, you gotta let them run with the first team.
I mean, it's not like they're going to play the whole game. They're going to get a few. I
Maybe
mean,
a couple minutes, maybe. I don't want to risk any of those five guys getting. There's so much on the line, so much picks on the line, so much money on the line. Like, just give these guys a few minutes a game. Good.
is it kind of like the NFL though, how they play first game, most starters, and then it's just kind of done from there, and then we'll get to see. We gotta.
Play a bit more in the. I think the players play a bit more in the NBA preseason than they do in the NFL one.